All right, so worst trades this week. I mean, how bad can this possibly be? Like, there's so much good information out there. It's like, but it's bad. Bring it on in. It's an important week here in the Fantasy Football Survival Kit. It's week 11. That means the trade deadlines for most fantasy leagues, they're fast approaching. So we thought this would be a good time to ask you people, the people, my people, what's the worst trade you've seen go down in your league so far this year? We want to educate you and help you make better trades going forward as the deadline's coming, but also let's laugh at a few folks along the way who've had some misfortune. It's time. First up, we've got a pretty bad clunker of a trade here. We've got, look, this is just bad luck, okay? Najee Harris for Calvin Ridley. Look, I know you think you were doing the right thing there, and frankly, I think your process was kind of right. Let's take a pretty safe running back who doesn't have a great ceiling. Maybe let's buy low on a proven stud like Calvin Ridley, who's been getting the volume, who's we know is verifiably great at the game, and then reality came and punched you right in the jaw when Calvin Ridley decided he was going to take a break from football. And we wish you well, Calvin Ridley. Go do whatever you need to do in your personal life. But still, for your fantasy team, that's a big fat L, and my God, it's just it's a bad break, okay? You can't beat yourself up over this one. I think it actually is going to get a lot worse than this trade so far in this segment. I mean, again, it is what it is. You just got to keep on moving and try to recover from that one. And what do you know? I'm right. It did get a lot worse. It got worse really fast. I mean, DJ Baby Bach Choice, shout out to you, because this is a great trade on your part. And keeping up with the Joneses, this is the absolute most donkey thing you can do in fantasy football. Joe Burrow, no shade to Joe Burrow, but he's a total replaceable guy, okay? These back-end QB1s who don't combine the rushing and passing upside of a guy like Kyler Murray or Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes or Lamar Jackson, they can be replaced. You can find some goofball off the waiver wire to give you Joe Burrow production. You sure as hell don't take a superstar like Stephon Diggs and miss me with this whole like, he has to have great ceiling games or anything like that. You knew those were coming. Those just came last week. You don't trade a wide receiver one for a replacement level quarterback. Like I said, this is the most donkey thing you can do in fantasy football. My God, please try to be better. It can't possibly get any worse than that. Oh wait, looks like I was wrong. In what universe were you trading DK Metcalf? And I don't even care about the draft pick thing. Let's stick on the player part of it. I don't care about that. What universe are you trading DK Metcalf, a proven alpha wide receiver one in the Seattle Seahawks offense, for Laviska Shenault? I mean, are you related to Laviska Shenault? Were you just a big fan of his in college? Are you just trying to die on Bad Take Hill here? I mean, in what part of the season did it look like Laviska Shenault was going to be a thing? Look, I think Laviska Shenault could be a great power slot receiver, but the dumb Urban Meyer coaching staff doesn't care about Laviska Shenault. They've got that guy running outside wide receiver routes at X receiver. It ain't never going to happen as long as Laviska Shenault is playing that role. So this was a horrible trade. I think this has to be the worst one we're going to get. There's no way it can get worse than that. Wait, right? Oh God, Jose, my buddy, my pal, I am so sorry that this happened to you, but I know you think you were doing something slick here when you decided in preseason to take Michael Pittman and ship him off for Trey Sermon. I mean, but this is a nightmare though. Michael Pittman, he's turned out to be a league winner at ADP. Meanwhile, Trey Sermon doesn't even play. I mean, this had to hurt bad. Like, it doesn't matter. And Kyle Shanahan will literally play anybody over Trey Sermon. Eli Mitchell? Of course. Jeff Wilson? Why the hell not? JaMychal Hasty? Absolutely. Hey, how about even Kyle Juszczyk? Of course. You know what? Kyle Shanahan would literally play a dummy like this, with no legs, one arm. This guy could play 49ers running back ahead of Trey Sermon. That's how bad things have gotten. So don't feel like a dummy for the trade, okay? Even if a dummy is probably a better fantasy player than Trey Sermon. And now let's talk about the worst tweet that we got this week. And you know what? We've talked about some bad trades here. I actually don't have an objection to the trade here. Like, if you want to trade for Aaron Rodgers, live your life, do your thing, whatever. What I have an objection to here is this little red word, vetoed, okay? Enough with trade vetoes already. In what world are we still doing trade vetoes? Grow up. We're all adults here, okay? Unless there is evidence of clear-cut collusion or some sort of backhanded BS, and we got Judge Andy Behrens and Fantasy Court for that. Like, they're professionals to handle that situation. You do not need to be vetoing trades. How dare you, honestly, thinking you know better than this other person in your league? You think you could predict the future? You think like, oh, that trade isn't fair, we shouldn't allow it to go through. That is unbelievable. I mean, disgusting behavior, honestly, by you, thinking you know better than another person. Let people live their lives. Let people make mistakes and live through and learn those mistakes, you know? And honestly, you probably just are pissed that you weren't the one that made this ridiculous trade or ripped the other person off. It's just embarrassing behavior. We all need to be adults. We all need to grow up. We need to move past the trade veto. And you know, usually I transition to like some sort of motivational moment at the end of this show. I don't really know how I'm gonna do that coming off that because I'm very upset about this whole veto thing, but I will leave you with this. Normally, right about now, I tell you, it's okay. Keep pushing, keep grinding, and you can still win this season. Well, time is running out. It's week 11. Thanksgiving is next week. If you haven't gotten your stuff together by Thanksgiving, you might be banged. So it's enough with this video already. It's time to leave. It's time to go get serious about your leagues. Honestly, like, I've got some 5-and-5 teams that I need to go get together real quick. So click out of the video, stop watching, and go get serious about your teams. Go, 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 go.